I welcome your return to Rated Exploited for part 2 of why 2001 is held so high by the fanbase. Upon making our agoraphobic endeavor, take it away, Toaliwa. Why are we trapped inside today? Gathered friends, welcome to Rated Exploited. Like and subscribe to empower the world of Matanui. Each gesture strengthens unity with the BIONICLE. Now, let us delve into the lore of LEGO Technic. Through mental incubation of this week, I think I've come to the reason why 2001 remains a favorite. Penin Corvo da Tempestade, if I pronounce that correctly, commented with this: I don't think the original is always best, but in Bionicle, that's the case. I believe it's the best because it nailed the tribal robots in a tropical island vibe. It was simple, but mysterious. Everything that came after that was good, but more and more complex, losing something in the process. The simplicity of the first saga is what makes it elegant. P.S. The sets got objectively better overall during the years. Yes, Panin, the facts are very clear in your comment. I never thought about tribal robots in a sense, but all that comes to mind in that regard is Bionicle. But you're absolutely correct about the mystery. It started out in the first year with only an amount of knowledge to get us involved and interested. And we greatly anticipated learning more and more, and I absolutely adore learning more and more that I can. But in order to bridge my views with your own, it's absolute fact 2001 had the perfect balance of mystery and display, which has always been one of the hardest things to nail. It's like doing a trailer or making a simple synopsis, knowing what to involve but what to leave out for later. Nick Tui brought up, I love 2001 Bionicle, but 2004 had a better story, 2006 and 2007 had better characters, and 2008 exists. I do think 2001 had the most satisfying sets, in my opinion, because of the vibrant colors and Rahi. It was a great introduction, and I do think Matanui Online Game is one of the best storytelling mediums the series has. You make an excellent point, Nick. While the Toa and Borak all shared the same color scheme, the Rahi had a big selection of colors, practically every palette that wasn't used by the Toa, Borak, Matoran, or even Taraga. And between the three of us, we all do agree the introduction was absolutely perfect. I theorize that it's because of the associated mystery. There was nothing to compare to Bionicle, as nothing like it had ever been done. It continuously urges fans to learn all they could about what was going and what would happen, like LEGO giving us the pieces to build our own story. Every visual in 2001, image or video, enticed us from the very beginning, beckoning us to come and explore the world of Matanui. There's no denial with how much success was built in the future. I would like my response to really focus on where it all started, retroactively and in respect where LEGO began this incredible journey of the biological chronicle. I think back to the year 2000. Strong memories lie in Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue and Digimon Adventure 2. The millennium had approached and made its arrival. In my mind, LEGO is that well-known toy in that aisle I've never been to. Never once did I feel an urge to go down that department store, looking for Star Wars, etc. All I had was a box of Legos for my godmother and siblings, lying in a bin in a closet. I recall the first time I heard Tony Wedgwood's voice over my television screen, and a dark, high-contrast advert for mechanical-like beings, primarily in the shadows, seeking out in his description the masks of power. I'm holding on right here to that moment, 21 years later. It's the intense rush, knowing you've never experienced anything like this, but completely out of mind that the world has not seen something so comparable. That moment hooked us on the mystery of the Toa and the Masks of Power, an enticing song none can refuse. Children's media had matured since the moment of Batman the Animated Series. A similar thing we saw in Gargoyles gave the feeling of a sort of initiation into a whole new level, but I never thought a toy company in Denmark would be the answer. I truly feel BIONICLE making its debut in 2001 is the perfect for the metaphor of hook, line, and sinker. After much focus upon uploading last week's video, I guess they never reached that thrill, that high they experienced in the very first year. And that's relatable, but I'm a fan who loved the expanding lore from beginning to end. It got more in-depth, characters we learned more from, new locations, new experiences, new conflict. It evolved. In retrospect, we now know the whole chronology was to heal Matanui from beginning to end, in different stages and release of the figures. But between the fans who agree and disagree the first year is their favorite, we can't overlook just what happened in the period of 10 years in G1. Christian Faber triumphed over his cancer. LEGO was able to survive and overcome the possibility of bankruptcy. We matured alongside this toy line, reciprocating with LEGO on the opposite end. BIONICLE satisfied both parties. We cracked open canisters every year, contributing to LEGO's steep climb from near rock bottom. Here on Rated Exploited, 2001 is not my favorite year, but it deserves everyone involved absolute respect. From Christian Faber, inspired by his own treatment, to the fans who opened the first canisters whenever they were initiated by LEGO themselves. It's so hard to make a great first impression. While we were hooked to our television screens by those early CGI renditions, LEGO saw the first glint of hope that they would triumph.